You're procrastinating because you're choosing to. It's not due to laziness, being overworked, or being a helpless victim of circumstance. Instead, you're putting things off to avoid discomfort. The good news is that overcoming procrastination is surprisingly simple. You may not want to hear it, as the truth can be uncomfortable. However, if you're serious about getting out of your own way, this could change your life. Let's call procrastination what it really is: avoidance. You're dodging something, whether it's fear, boredom, or the effort required. The task at hand may feel too hard or tedious, or you might be afraid of falling. But putting it off doesn't make it go away, it only builds pressure. You're avoiding discomfort, but you're merely trading short-term relief for long-term stress. It's the same as placing a band-aid on a bullet wound. It doesn't solve the problem, it only delays the inevitable. You tell yourself you'll do it later, but that's a lie. You're not going to magically feel more motivated tomorrow. You might think, I work better under pressure, but that's a misconception. You don't work better, you just work faster because you have no choice. The result? Quality often suffers. The truth is, you're not waiting for the perfect time. You're waiting for the work to feel easy, but it never will. Waiting doesn't make hard tasks easier. It only gives you less time to complete them, so stop fooling yourself. Now, here's the part you might not like. Stopping procrastination is incredibly simple. Not necessarily easy, but simple. All you have to do is start. The hardest part of any task isn't the task itself, it's starting it. Once you take that first step, momentum kicks in and the task becomes way more manageable. The longer you hesitate, the bigger and scarier it's going to seem. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever started something and thought, wow, this is so much easier than I imagined? Chances are you haven't. So what's with the delay? Here's a strategy that I personally use myself to prevent procrastination, which I call the just start method. First, set a timer for 10 minutes. Tell yourself, I'm only gonna do this for 10 minutes. If it's terrible, I can stop. More often than not, you won't stop because starting breaks the mental block. Next, tackle the easiest part first. Don't overcomplicate it. If you need to write a paper, just open the document and write the title and the outline. If you need a clean, pick up one item. Momentum is your best friend, and small wins lead to significant progress. Lastly, avoid multitasking. Procrastinators often love multitasking because it feels productive without actually accomplishing anything. Focus on one task at a time and eliminate distractions. No TikToks, no YouTube, no interruptions. Now, let's address some common issues you might have. Number 1, I don't have time. This is a complete lie. You do have time. You're just wasting it scrolling on your phone or binge watching Netflix. Everyone has the same 24 hours. Elon Musk, for example, this guy runs Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, and still finds time to tweet memes on Twitter. Then there's Jeff Bezos, the richest man for years, yet he only makes a few key decisions a day. He delegates everything else so he can focus on what actually matters. The difference isn't time, it's how you use it. Number 2, I don't feel motivated. The motivation is often unreliable. Stop waiting to feel like doing the work. Discipline, not motivation, gets the job done. Number 3, it's too hard. Sure, some tasks are challenging, but avoiding them doesn't make them easier. Start small, break tasks into steps, and stop complaining. What happens after you start? It's simple. Build momentum. Think of momentum like a snowball. It starts small, but the more you roll it, the bigger it gets. Every small action counts. Finished the title and the outline? Great! Now tackle the next step. Clean your room? Awesome. Now handle the papers. Remember, momentum doesn't require perfection, it requires consistency. The more you do, the more confident you will feel. You don't need to feel confident to start. You just need to start to feel confident. You might say, but I'm too tired. If so, do something small. Even 5 minutes of progress is better than nothing. Or maybe, I don't know where to start. Just start anywhere. Pick the easiest, most obvious task and begin there. What if you fail? You might, and that's perfectly okay. Failure isn't the end, it's feedback. It teaches you to learn, adapt, and try again. Sitting idle out of fear only keeps you stuck. Beating procrastination isn't a one-time thing, it's a habit, and habits come from repetition. Start by tackling the hardest task first every morning. This method works because only the toughest job is out of the way. Everything else feels easy. You can also choose to do the easiest part first. Set clear deadlines for all tasks and reward yourself upon completion. Your brain craves dopamine, so give it a reason to associate finishing tasks with pleasure. I'm going to be completely and brutally honest. Nobody's coming to save you. Your boss, your parents, your friends, they're not coming to save you or make you step up. That's all on you. So remember, you have a choice. Every second you waste is a second you could be building the life you want. Stop waiting for the motivation or some perfect moment. This right here, this video is your perfect sign. Just get up and just stop.